Let's meet the starting lineup for...
This is that grinded out part of the year, Grant. Everyone just fighting through it.
No question, B.A. And it's not just physically exhausting. You're trying to focus on every game, every possession. This is where your leaders can help keep everyone focused.
Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. We've got Jordan Poole. Aaron Gordon is out there with Jamal Murray. Then there's Alperen Şengün, and it's Green in at the shooting guard position.
And the quickness is unmatched. Tough for defenders to check Sexton. I mean, he just draws the contact right there.
You know, Grant, looking at the career of Collin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A., and unfortunately, Collin hurt his knee early during his fourth year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
That one drops for him.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Now here's George. Outside Sexton. Markkanen against Gordon. Kessler, a screen on Gordon. 5 to shoot. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
They just weren't careful with the rock. The passing was loose. The ball handling was lackluster. That's not how you win in this league.
Well, you know, you got to take care of the basketball. Hopefully, they learn from that game and are better going forward.
Now here's Green. He had a 30-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
And he lived at the line. They could not find a way to stop him without fouling.
Here's George. Pass to Markkanen. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And, you know, so often the size of Markkanen overpowers the defense. Even when he gets hit, he still finishes over and through him.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Lauri Markkanen. One shot.
One shot.
And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Now here's Green. Looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game. Now here's Whitmore. He's covered closely. It's not going to go for him. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here, Kessler passes to Markkanen. For 3, Sexton. It's hauled in by Houston. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
And in a series of the have-nots last year, they came out on the losing end. Really looking for some improvement here.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Two teams in the bottom half of the conference as far as respect goes. They're both scratching and clawing to try to get a little more of that respect.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. George, a screen on Gordon. Markkanen from long range. Rebounded by Green. Rockets trail by 5. Whitmore goes in. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yes, slashing toward the hoop. Whitmore not hesitating when he sees an opportunity.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's Markkanen. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Outside Sexton. Back to Markkanen. Kessler, a screen on Gordon. Markkanen from long range. Connects from downtown. Markkanen's got 8. For Houston, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Green against Sexton. Landale with a screen. Green, the pass to Landale. The teardrop. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Pass to Markkanen. Kessler, a screen on Gordon. Down low. There's the steal. The finish! And Gordon with the big finish.
And although he's 6'9", Gordon runs and sprints like a much smaller man. He's got gazelle-like form and speed in transition.
Utah leading. George for three. Another three for Utah.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Landale with a screen. The three. They get the rebound. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Landale's gotten his second bucket.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
George passes to Markkanen. Here's Hendricks, still without a bucket. Back to Markkanen. Pass to George. To the paint. Here's Kessler. Second shot opportunity. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Murray finds Green. Now here's Gordon. Here's Murray. It's guarded by Markkanen. Left side, Green. Pass to Landale. Back to Green. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Taking a look at some numbers here for Colin Sexton. Utah making a switch here. Collins checked in. Green against Sexton. And the ball out of play. The Jazz will have it. And a chance now to bring up the NBA steals leaders from the last month of action. Jazz trail by 4. So the Rockets 5 now. Murray out there with Green. Then there's Whitmore. Then there's Christian Brown. And it's Gordon in at the 5. Outside for Sexton. Crosses over. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It goes on Aaron Gordon. Well, Clark, playing time is so difficult to come by. So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, B. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you've just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual to be professional and anticipate that you're going to be ready if your number's called.
And it's Green missing.
Changed his mind during the layup. You can't be indecisive there. Tried to pull off another shot and missed it. Indecisiveness is never good when you're shooting the basketball.
Now here's George. 5 points in the game. Markkanen with a screen on Murray. Just 5 on the clock. George outside. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Whitmore with the rebound.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Any possession that ends with him finishing at the rim is ideal.
Jazz trail by 4. Outside Sexton from deep. Rebounded by Green. Well, Houston's shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. Fires from deep. Gets the 3 to fall. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Pass to Kessler. Back to Markkanen. The 7-footer Markkanen using that length.
And even when you bottle up Markkanen, try to bottle him up, he still finds a way to score.
Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
For two.
All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And we also got to mention the work they've done on the offensive glass, pounding the opposition and coming away with tons of second chance points.
Alperen Şengün's checked in for Brown. And so George will bring it up for Utah. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. So for the Rockets, Bagley's checked in for Gordon. Brown comes in for Whitmore. And Dillingham subbed in for Murray.
They are perfect from the line in this quarter and need to stay aggressively in attack mode if they want to gain control of this game.
Green against Sexton. Pass to Dillingham. Şengün, a screen on George. Here's Dillingham. Tipped. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball.
Rockets ball.
And Houston has possession. 3-point lead. 36 seconds left in the first half. Green with the ball. He's got 7. Just 5 to shoot. Another shot. Dillingham with the bucket. Dillingham's gotten his first bucket of the night.
You know, with his handles, he excels at tricking up the defense and getting the good looks he wants.
Drills it from deep.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Outside Bagley. Back to Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though.
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. It sure does look good.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Rockets ahead, up 2. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Did you miss us?
Stupid. I think for the Jazz, what you see is what you get. And we aren't seeing much from them.
Yeah, they've got some nice pieces on their roster, but the lack of firepower to make any real noise.
Let's shift focus back to the Utah Jazz, who find little separation after one half of play.
I hate what they're doing on defense. Giving up too many gimmies, it makes me mad just watching it.
And I've seen you on the golf course and the hardwood track. Gimmies are the only shots you make.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Houston in the lead. George and Sexton in the backcourt. Lauri Markkanen out there with Walker Kessler. And it's Hendricks in at the 3. And that's the group for Will Hardy as we begin the second half. And here's Gordon from the arc. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 4 assists in the game.
I think this is an area that Gordon has really improved. Now a legitimate threat from outside the arc.
Murray against Sexton. Pass to George for 3. It's hauled in by Landale. Landale's got 4 rebounds in the game. Green, the pass to Murray. Back to Green. Here's Landale, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. And it's Green missing. Jazz trail by 7. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Kessler. The best long-range shooters amongst point guards. What a luxury to have these guys on your squad. Number 1, Jamal Murray.
It's amazing. I mean, the three-point shot is so invaluable nowadays. It really helps to have a point guard, though, who can bury triples at a high clip.
And if I'm coaching him, I want him taking that shot. I mean, just look at the percentage. I mean, that earns you the green light for me on every possession.
On the wing, Murray unloads, and that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 6 assists in the game.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen and you show us your best move. Let's go.
Houston making some changes. Alperen Sengun comes in for Landale, and it's Poole in for Whitmore.
Alperen Sengun, Jordan Poole.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Now Kessler. No points yet. George for 3. Sinks the tray.
Good balance and shooting mechanics give George that NBA range.
Now here's Green. He's guarded closely. It's Sengun, high post. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. The NBA becoming more and more global, Clark. Sengun, a perfect example of that.
Yeah, Alperen Sengun out of Turkey. Right now on the fast track to being the best player to ever come out of his homeland. So still very young, but boy, his future is quite bright.
George. It's hauled in by Houston. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in the game.
There's one principal reason why they're sitting on this lead. Rebounding.
Simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
No question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
And the jam by George.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
Sengun, the screen. Green, the pass to Sengun. And Sengun, throw it down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Pass to George. Here's Hendricks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sexton finds George. From deep. The shot off that time. The Rockets lead by 12. Here's Sengun. And Sengun, throw it down.
Defense on top of Sengun inside, but he uses his agility to overcome it.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. To the middle. Sexton against Poole. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Defensive foul.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated. Here's Collier. Collins, left side. Pass to Sensabaugh. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Here's what Utah has lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll defend home court against the Portland Trailblazers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
The Rockets lead by 9. Taking a look at the Rockets. Jock Landale is out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's... Oh, wow! Oh,
watch out below!
Big finish.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Gordon, he's checked in for Houston.
At the line for the Jazz, Williams. One shot.
And Williams, no good on that one.
They are just owning the boards right now.
And that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Outside, Green. It's hauled in by Collier. Jazz trail by 9. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Collier, shooting, 1.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Now here's Green. Defense is right there. Shot, left block. Goes back up. And Landale gets it to go. And the Rockets lead by 8.
Wow, he really fires up his team with his ability to extend possessions.
Collier, no good.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Green. Utah grabs the miss.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Collins with it, checked by Gordon. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Collins. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter. Houston leading by 6. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Here's Green, and it's hammered home by Green.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it. Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Ooh, he connects. His 7th basket. He's 7 of 15 now.
Yeah, more points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Landale, the pass to Green. Landale with a screen. Green with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. So Utah ends up going with a new group. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. He isn't liking what he's seeing out there on the perimeter, saying to his guys, defensively, we're too lax, and they're getting any three they want. And offensively, the ball movement, it isn't crisp, which is why we're not getting many opportunities from outside. I want to see improvement on both ends.
Thanks for that, Allie. Sexton, that's good.
And offensively, Sexton has been in the zone. He keeps finding chances and cashing in on them.
Now here's Green. With some arc. Tries again. Eason finds Green. Over Sexton. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Yeah, staying engaged defensively. Sexton, a rare swat.
Hendricks, no good. The Rockets lead by 7.
Utah foul. Hendricks.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
Time it is, Jazz fans. Let's get loud right now for your Jazz break.
Houston making some changes. Alper and Şengün's checked in for Landale. Bagley comes in for Gordon. And it's Jordan Poole in for Eason.
Cool. That was your Jazz record dance crew. How about those moves?
Green in the post. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Team foul. Shooting for Houston. Green. At the line for one.
And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this. Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Bagley sets a screen. Outside, Green. Fires the three. Drops in the three. Green's got 21 points in the game.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
For three, George. And it's Bagley with a rebound. Bagley's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Green against George. Inside. And stolen by Markkanen. Sexton passes to George. 14 feet away. Count that bucket.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And here is Green. Into the lane. Throw it down!
He did. Oh,
wow!
Man.
You want some?
Woo!
You got some!
He was looking in the basket on that one.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. And so it's Utah with it. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Hendricks. Markkanen outside. And stolen by Bagley. To the inside. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Making strides on that end of the floor. Şengün showing what he can do as a scorer.
And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 13. Outside Sexton. Markkanen outside from behind the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Bagley's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Green in the post. Checked by Sexton. And that one's good. Green.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Rockets.
It was stop and go for them along the way, but they finally seized full control of this game.
BA, the scoreboard definitely doesn't tell the whole story. They were able to pull things together when things got tough, and of course, they closed strong.
And this result tonight, it gets them to 44 wins on the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups between these two should be fun.
I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game one is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
Hendricks. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
Bagley passes to Green. Back to Bagley. Pass to Green. And so it's Houston winning this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?